Chris Hansen here, True Blue Streaming Crime Network, Takedown with Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator, all the rest. I'm going to need you to see right over there. You have tuned into the Down the Rabbit Hole podcast, the only podcast out of Union County, North Carolina. Stay tuned as Jason and the boys take you down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be watching and listening.
Yes, Down the Rabbit Hole podcast. We're sitting in here today again. We are on episode number 22. Can't believe we're that far in. Topic of today is a very hot topic, very controversial. I think we're all tired of hearing about it, and it's the Epstein files. We wanted to take a dive into it because I've kind of tuned it out. I've heard about it so much. Wanted to look into it and just see what do we actually know, what is just, allegatory, and what is actual factual. Sent everybody out and had them look in, and we're going to talk about it today. Not real sure how to kick this off, but was Jeffrey Epstein the beginning of it?
Well,
absolutely not.
No.
So why do they name it Epstein files? He's just the fall guy?
I guess it's because it's his name they're associated with it.
3.5 million files or pages have been released, with possibly another 3 million coming out. So I don't know how you would even go through all this, but a lot of it seems to be just allegations, emails, flight records, communication data between higher-ups in government. Is that what we're talking about?
Well,
here?
that's because that's all they've released to us. They have all the photographic, the video. They have all that evidence still. They won't release that for whatever reason.
I think they released the second 3 million last night, actually.
Oh,
really?
I think so. They dropped everything.
I can't look through 6 million pages.
There's actually been something created on 2 different search engines that I've come across on X. They will help you dig through all that.
It gives you a search bar, so you can start with a search bar.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it
I'll
links.
pull up everything.
All right,
Yeah.
so let me just fire off the hip a couple of things here. If I type in Obama, does anything come back?
No.
Okay, if I type in Donald Trump, does anything come back?
Lots.
What comes back?
I hear that most of that comes from people accusing. Like they don't have any type of real evidence.
I don't even think
It's
there's
just
any
accusers.
person that's willing to step up
No.
on the stand and say that about Trump. I think it's just hearsay.
Well, there's something they did that was every article that was about every news article that he did something was in there as well. So that will pop up as well, although it has nothing to do with really anything.
Is this just to take down Trump? I'm like, why is it all of a sudden such a big, gigantic topic? Because Trump got reelected?
I'm thinking it's a play.
It's one of the things that he ran on, and it's what's pissing off his base so much is the fact that he reversed course on it so much. And it's the fact that it's people on both sides. Like, it's not just him or just any one part. Like, it is a huge web that, I mean, it spans governments in different countries. As of this morning, there's been like 6 different arrests around the world. Other countries are arresting people.
Lots of people have resigned.
Except us.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody except
Yeah,
us.
this guy just yesterday, something Wasserman, but he represents a big portion of like Hollywood, a lot of sports stars and stuff, and he just stepped down yesterday because he's in the file so many times.
Well, what are some of the high-profile names that are bona fide in there?
Lex Wessner,
I've never heard of that guy before.
Which
he owns L Brands. That's Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works. A bunch of different companies fall under L Brands.
You remember the school pictures when we was young?
Yeah, that's right. Life Touch. I
Yeah.
saw that.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that he got in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, and
The stuff that it's bad.
So when
what
are the
he's been
arrests
accused
going to
of.
start?
Well, some have started. Very few.
Here?
At least one here.
Well, wouldn't it be mass arrests?
Should be.
I mean,
But what's funny is the FBI has stated that from what they've seen in the files, it doesn't lead to any evidence that Epstein was involved in child trafficking, which is weird because Maxwell got 20 years for child trafficking. So how is that even possible? It's so confusing.
I think they should make a deal with her.
get her to snitch.
Do you want your life back?
She won't reveal nothing, I don't think.
You don't think?
Oh
No.
yeah, for clemency, she will. Absolutely, she will.
Because
I doubt
Epstein
it.
Populate. Epstein's gone. Yeah. Who does she have to be faithful
not
to?
gone.
I think
her
she
dad.
did-
She'll probably.
But that's another issue too. Yeah.
Her dad is involved. So then again, who knows?
What about the whole suspicious surrounding around his death and the way he died? the suicide.
The whole 4chan article. Have you heard about that? One of the guards, and he's been identified. So like it's 100% true. But I believe it was the day Epstein died, or maybe it was the morning before. He had posted that he thought that they had swapped him out. That
Really?
Epstein was wasn't written down in the books for medical leave, but he was there for medical leave, and that an unmarked van who didn't register whenever they got there pulled up and took him.
Which, by the way, is unheard of. Any vehicle coming into a jail or prison complex.
Pretty much, he was switched out.
Yeah.
And there was a flight to Israel from the nearby airport that night.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the picture? They have a picture. It looks like Epstein.
Yeah,
It looks like
with
he's
a
been sitting in
beard.
jail
With
for
the beard.
or locked up for a while.
And they found his gaming active after his death.
Yeah.
He had bought stuff online.
Like playing Call of Duty.
And
We
peop-
know he was a big kid.
Fortnite
as
Fortnite,
well.
yeah.
And as soon as people started talking about it online, the account went private.
Wait, let me tell you something else that was fishy. Whatever game center that hosts Fortnite made a statement saying, no, this is either someone hacked his account or did something. This can't be him. And then they deleted that post, and it's gone now.
Well, surely they're covering for him because in the Epstein files, it shows emails of Epstein contacting these gaming and telling them that they need to do these charges, talking about selling weapons and
All the
scam trades in the
microtransactions and
games
stuff.
microtransactions. He was all over that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what all is going on in there. I mean, you hear sex trafficking, but I think there's much more than that. Everybody's heard about the jerky stories. Have you heard about this jerky?
Cannibalism. Satan worship.
That's the
or
one that I really
whatever you
hoped
wanna call
would
it.
not be true.
But it is. Because Alex Jones and people's been yelling it for years.
For years and years.
And now it's coming.
If you've
They
been
called him
following
crazy.
Isaac Cappy or his account after he was suicided, you know all about this is Epstein's just the tip of the
Yeah,
iceberg.
Q was more about the cabal. Cappy just blew all the celebrities and
What if we got
sickos out of the water.
What if we got to Jeff and we was like, okay, we're going to put you in protection, and this is all a ploy, just like the greatest show on earth, that movie?
It's been maybe
Take 'em
a
down.
year and a half ago, but Megyn Kelly made that weird statement that we may even be hearing from Epstein himself
Right.
Yes.
Right.
on her show.
Right.
It's like,
I hope
So if he
I hope
flipped-
it is working with us. I mean,
but the
I
whole
hope to
thing
God
with
it's
him and
not us
Steve
covering
Bannon
it.
just blew my damn mind. How much him and Steve Bannon were working together.
14 hours
crazy.
of video of him coaching him how to not look like a freaking pedophile.
Did you know, just looking up some facts, 2005, 2006 in Florida, he got in trouble for sexual abuse of underage girls. And in 2008, he took a plea deal, served 13 months in a very controversial work release term.
I
Yeah, he
did know
didn't
that.
even
And
have to
guess who
sleep in
was
jail.
an understudy at the office who handled that? Pam Bondi.
All this stuff we read about these files happened during Obama's tender.
Well, it started with Clinton. They say
Yeah, I
Clinton
believe
was
that.
the first of his big clientele.
High profile.
Well,
So is he gonna-
Clinton went while he was president.
Yeah, Lewinsky was a honeypot. Yeah,
He was refusing to cooperate. Is he now finally going to cooperate?
I think so.
Well,
what
they
it
don't
is?
go this time.
If
They
you fail a
sent jail.
subpoena, they lock you up. If you fail to
I
show
think they
when
would-
you're subpoenaed, you get locked up. You get a warrant issue.
But he's just going to lie.
Well, is it weird that now
Yeah.
Trump is supporting the Clintons?
Yeah, because he was going to go in there and blow him up.
That's interesting. So anyway, I was looking up some stuff on his death. 2 correctional officers were charged with falsifying records.
For that night,
Yeah.
Oh, you're not doing
the-
security checks.
The charges were later resolved through deferred prosecution agreements.
Please.
So basically a slap on the wrist.
Yes.
Somebody got slipped up out of there.
Yes.
know-
He's not probably ain't dead.
you know his brother died 2 weeks before that and looks dead like him.
What about the Island Boys? They said that's how they got
That's
their
his
name.
son.
Oh my God,
I
that
don't know
is
if it's their
crazy.
sons, but I know they've been there.
We got to worry about the AI stuff too, though.
Yeah,
That's the
I don't
whole-
think that was AI though. What'd you
Right.
say was even better than that?
Zohan Memdani,
Oh yeah,
the mayor of New York. Oh yeah,
he went there.
As a baby.
is supposedly
Grew up.
could be Epstein's child. There's pictures of like his mother's been to
Multiple parties.
linked to Epstein for quite some time, and then there's pictures of him growing up with him and his mother and Bill Clinton and Barack Obama and Epstein. And
This
One
is
of the
a
boys.
deep,
I mean, it's
deep.
yeah,
It's a big club.
And you ain't in it.
yeah. George Carlin was right.
Yeah, we ain't in it.
Epstein won the lottery
Yeah.
3 times.
His trust did. His
Three
trust did the
times.
day after he got prosecuted.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
So 3 times he won all this money because there's a big controversy on how the hell Epstein even got that rich. Like he didn't
He was a
start
nobody.
rich. He was nothing.
Well,
he was kind of like a
He was the handler.
what do you call it? Agent. He tried to be like an
He was
agent
doing his
manager
job
type thing.
of
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Wexler says he got hundreds of millions out of him over the years,
Right.
robbed him. How do you keep robbing somebody over the
Supposedly-
years without
That's
calling the police?
That's called blackmail.
It depends on
And he
what
sold
she
him a
looks like.
mansion for $10.
Yeah, that's called blackmail.
Supposedly, that's where the treasure trove of all the
robbed me.
evidence is.
Where-
on
where's it?
Wexner's property. That place is guarded better than Fort Knox. Like, dude's got snipers set up, all kinds of.
There's probably some baby fetuses
But
in there. That feed
Epstein
on.
was his had power of attorney over his finances.
Does anybody know the name of the jet, the private jet?
Lolita Express.
Lolita Express.
It's almost like you're telling on yourself with that, you know?
Where they're proud.
So what should happen here?
They
though?
have to tell us.
So first of all, so who do we arrest? If your name's in there, we can't just arrest you because your name's in there. We gotta.
We got to have proof.
If the Department of Justice is just now seeing all these files, 6 million files, they're going to have to build cases. It takes a long time to build cases.
So something still could happen.
Absolutely.
I think stuff's going on behind the scenes that we don't have any idea about. It's going to blow our
I would
minds.
like to hope so.
Do you think that Trump is going to go down in flames?
No,
No, I think Trump's the one that's
playing them.
he's playing them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
What about Elon? We haven't talked about Elon in the files. Is Musk in there?
He is in there, but it's circumstantial.
I don't know. He's talking a lot of
what's he
shit
doing?
on X
Yeah,
about outing people and wanting charges to be pressed and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So,
He emailed Epstein and asked him, what's the wildest party of the year?
Well, that's okay. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, right. Once you get there, you might know the freak. He might not have known. Just
A lot of the
I like
parties.
the party.
I don't know. If I'd have seen any of that going on, I'm leaving though.
Yeah,
I
for
would
sure.
never go
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
But a lot of those parties on the island, most likely you'd walk in, there would be a big group of people that they're trying to pull people into their dark side. But on the face, it's a normal party. I mean, there's going to be some drugs and there's probably going to be some strippers and there's going to be some shit, but it's all legal on this end. But then when you go back behind the door, I mean, it was the same thing they said at the Diddy parties. You go in the main lobby living room and everybody be partying. It just looked like a normal party. But then you walk through the hallway and you look at a door and Diddy's blowing somebody. I don't
Like
know.
Cat Williams said, I opened the wrong door.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Diddy, is he in the files?
No.
No, they said he's not. I think
not in
he
the
had
files.
his own. I think he was trying to be the black version of Epstein.
Of Epstein.
So
Or
then
he
there
had
might
a-
be Diddy files then.
But he knew about it because
For sure.
Oh, you know there's Diddy files.
No, you know who's in there? Jay-Z and Beyonce. You know, their names have been brought up many times with the Diddy situation
Well,
too.
what about this recent, the Kurt Cobain deal? That was in there, and I'm like, man,
Yeah,
Courtney's in there.
so
Courtney's in there.
this is going back to that far back.
apparently, like straight up, like she has been investigated by the FBI.
Was she groomed up from like Epstein Island, being a kid on the island?
I don't know about that.
Courtney Love?
No, I
No?
think she
Okay.
just kind of sold out trying to get stardom.
What was
Yeah.
the-
And it
And
didn't work.
he was kind of starting to like fucking notice things. And I came across an interview. He's being interviewed by some local reporter in Seattle, and he's talking about the sexual abuse case of some chick that was like very well known there, and like he's sickened by it, and like supposedly he had gotten wind. I don't know if they tried to get him to participate or what, but he had gotten wind of what the was going on. Again, supposedly he had walked in and Courtney and some other people were sacrificing a child, and she tried to play it off like he was up on drugs and and
Right,
like
you imagine it or
yeah, and
hallucinated.
tried to make him, think that he imagined the whole damn thing, and then they ended up having to get rid of him because they were scared he was going to talk.
This was all in the files?
Yeah,
What if David Grohl was the one that was involved? Because right after
He's the one that got-
Cobain
I mean,
died,
look, both
he
of them's
blew
careers.
up.
took off. So I mean, they both
Courtney's did, but
definitely-
then she sucked so bad it's hard to make somebody that
Can't make
sucks that
that
bad.
But they-
you know,
You got to have something to work with.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. Like, give me something,
I
bro.
haven't
little
seen
more than just
anything about
frazzly
Dave,
hair.
but I've definitely seen the stuff about her in there.
Did you want me to blur your face out, or you just?
No.
He just look trying to look like
Jeff's
the
a little nervous
He's
on
looking
this
like
one.
looking like the
You know, I
Unabomber.
just don't want to be put on a list myself,
You
bro.
are Unibombing down there for sure,
Oh,
bro.
we're all on that list.
Hell
already.
yeah.
I
Probably am.
don't worry
Actually,
about
because
that.
we're in school pictures, we are technically.
Let me have Jamie drop a bomb on you for right here. Tell him about the thing about Joe Biden and that he was killed a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
2019.
I didn't read
this is in
whether
the
or not
files,
it's
right?
saying he was executed at Gitmo, but supposedly he died by firing squad, and that the real Joe Biden was very violent toward children, and like they noticed a difference in his behavior.
But he's
and
not mentioned in the files.
Yeah, Epstein thought he was
It's
that
all-
it wasn't the real Biden.
That greatest show on earth, man.
The comparison between Biden and that robot that was walking, I mean that
You seen the Nutty
that looks
Professor?
pretty spot on.
They can make you look like Biden if they want to. You watch that movie, The Greatest Show on Earth, that was made in 2023, is exactly what we're going through. Bill, all of them's been killed. Is it weird how Bill Clinton, how he looks?
Yeah,
He does look
looks
weird.
very-
All these people, even Ellen, these people are really
Yeah.
looking weird.
say-
And supposedly, they all gone.
I heard
People
it.
can't handle
But who would kill him and why?
It's the whole Trump, the military government. It's all in that movie. You got to watch.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen that?
I got
Not. I
It's
wanna
on
watch
Rumble.
I got to go see this.
On Rumble.
The greatest show on earth. Are there any other high-profile names that are in there? Then
Oh, there's
Kevin
a bunch.
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, a bunch of actors.
Supposedly, like people did not want to be anywhere near him when he was on the island.
It's way deeper than you can even imagine.
Well,
Yeah.
have you heard the real weird stuff about? You know, he was all into genetics and stuff like that. But you know, he was buddy with
Who's
Bill
he?
Gates.
Who's the he?
Epstein.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
He had like
Yeah.
30 women
It's
he was
rumored
purposely
that,
impregnating. And
that if you got the jab, you've got his DNA. In you now. Does it, like straight up that he wasn't wanting to impregnate all the women in the world. He was just wanting his DNA in everybody in the world.
Now,
So
is
it's
this-
like a
supposedly-
weirdo.
Is this the email?
Yeah, this is in the emails. Yeah.
When was that?
This was there are several emails where him, Bill Gates, and a couple other people are talking about how to get rid of poor people.
The pandemic, and they were doing exactly what you said, but the military stopped it. All the jabs of saline water.
does it say it stopped it during Trump's first presidency?
They say that the pandemic came out of Ukraine.
What does the movie show about the election fraud that took place when Biden got elected?
Biden he died in firing squad in 2000.
And they put a puppet.
The
They
puppet.
cheated and put a puppet.
Well, during the inauguration of Biden, they have set things that they have to do in this firing squad and whatnot. They missed one of the shots. It said it was a dud, and that made it a funeral.
So did Epstein win the lottery more than once? How can
Multiple times, yeah. It
You're
was two or three.
The Zorro Ranch Trust is won, I think, $83 million.
super suspicious
That was
right
the
there?
one right after he got popped.
What was the name of his bank account that went in?
Ball.
Ball like the devil?
Yeah.
Or ball like a ball?
Like the
B-A-A-L?
God that you sacrifice your
Yeah.
children to.
Yeah.
Well, who names a bank account?
A Satan.
Jeffrey
worked for-
Epstein.
Is that in the files?
Well, that's probably his LLC's name. Right.
But what about where they said if we do arrest everybody in there, that there would be no government? Did you see that?
Yeah.
It said the whole system would collapse.
Bondi said that.
And I
She said-
believe that.
Is that based on their name being in there, or they did something though?
It'd have to be they did something,
Yeah.
right? Your name just being in there doesn't implicate you for anything. I don't care whose name's in because there's a lot of names in there. If
Well,
you did something,
Did you see the disclaimer when you look at these files? It says a name appearing in a filing can mean many things: witness, associate, third party, but it is not necessarily factual.
Right.
It's just accusatory.
Let me ask you a question. If Trump was not in there, do you think any of these Democrats in Congress would be fighting to get these files released?
They just want his head. They
That's
don't.
exactly,
They don't
that's
like.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Republicans want it out, but now Trump's in there. So it takes everybody to get this passed and out.
Well, now it's out. So, where are we going to go from here? We're going to investigate every 6 million pages of instances.
Well, with
It
AI,
needs to
it
be.
shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I mean, we're all still paying our taxes and voting and, just basically giving this corrupt government money when if we don't write a deduction the right way on when we file our taxes, we face prison time. But they're just scamming us in every which way. And we all, if we all could come together and just stop supporting the government, and and say no, we're going to go.
That's why
they go
they
on
don't
strike.
want you to.
Why can the government shut down? Why can't we do the same thing? Why can't we shut down paying them money? No, you don't get no more money until you get this files.
Get your W-4s and file exempt.
So, listen to this. Epstein's estate, after he was dead, obviously, created a victims' compensation fund, paying out hundreds of millions. Institutions, including J.P. Morgan, faced lawsuits over their business relationships with Epstein.
Shh, be quiet. Don't talk about it.
Yeah. Some cases ended in settlements with no admission of wrongdoing. That's definitely hush money.
And that means they probably signed an NDA as well, so they're not going to be able to talk about
And that's
anything.
probably the most malicious ones.
Epstein was charged federally. He died before the trial, ruled a suicide. Maxwell was convicted. Civil settlements were paid to victims. Documents were unsealed, but not a secret client list. That's not been unsealed. So what remains unresolved? The full extent of Epstein's network and why oversight systems failed for so long. The big one, whether prosecutions will or will not ever occur.
I don't think if they don't occur, I don't think people's going to stand for it.
There's going to be some scapegoats. We don't want scapegoats. You said a secret file of a secret client list. To me, I bet everybody on that secret client list is guilty.
I could see the politicians going in front of trials, but I got to be real. Trump is trying to use these files to get these money men to do his will and to sign on to his agenda to do what he wants to do. He's protected it. He is. He said, I don't want to get my friends in trouble. I just think there will be people that walk.
How do you know that this kind of thing isn't still going on under a different name?
Oh, it is.
It
Yeah.
is. He was supposedly had it
absolutely-
understood.
Have y'all ever heard of adrenochrome? You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
I bet the viewers are like, what? You know what that is? I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah,
Do you know what that is?
110%.
Adrenochrome?
Apparently, it's the best drug in the world.
It's supposed to make you youthful.
Youthful
Fountain
too.
of life.
You get high off of it, and it makes you young.
Yeah.
Yes.
It keeps you
Wow.
young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverses aging.
So who wants to tell the viewers what it is?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it. They take the babies, they scare the ever living hell out of them, fill their blood with adrenaline. Then they put it in their little pentagram cross, pray to their bullshit God, kill the baby maliciously, and drink its blood while the adrenaline's still in it.
You tell me that ain't super sick and satanic.
Have you heard of the Wiener laptop? I'm sure.
Oh, is that
Anthony Weiner's laptop?
No. What about him? He kind of went quiet.
Okay, so supposedly it contained this video of Huma Abedin and Hillary Clinton, known as Frazzle
Frazzle
Drip, them basically sacrificing a young girl, skinning her face while she's alive and putting it on their own. 9 out of the 12 officers that viewed this have committed suicide. And most of them got sick after, they couldn't even stand to watch
let me
it. It was
ask
so
you.
bad.
Why is it so hard to think that this kind of a
Defense
evil...
mechanism, mentally can't take it.
Because you don't want to believe people that run your institutions are so evil, or that something so bad actually goes on.
So where do they get the kids to do this?
Oh,
Well,
that's
800,000 go
Yeah.
missing every year just in America.
Southern border.
2,500 per day, I believe it is, go missing just here alone
2,500 kids a day?
per day.
A day.
And we only got 350 million people. How many in China and
nobody
India
talks
go missing?
So this is scary when you got kids.
I actually watched a
how are
video
they-
about that. It's like we are way on top of the list, but in India,
Per
it was
capita?
it was 40,000 a year. And I mean, this is all over the world, different countries. But I mean, we're talking, thousands and thousands, and we got hundreds of thousands here, and none of these people are ever found. How is that?
Oh yeah, you're never. If you get took by them, you're And where is the Epstein Island, by the way? Where is it?
Out there in the Caribbean.
Yep, right near Haiti.
Yeah, Little St. James.
There's a lot of voodoo stuff that goes on out there now.
See, I've seen something today that says this all goes back to, like, it's always been a hub for slave trade, witchcraft. And
How big is the island? Do y'all know?
It's not
exactly
small.
how big it is.
If
but
I had to guess, maybe
it's
3 or
pretty
4,
big.
under 10 acres.
And it's supposedly
Epstein
the
owns it?
Nickelodeon logo.
I don't know that.
Does Epstein own it?
I bet it's a trust. He's smart.
He used
don't
to own it.
none.
He used to, but
Somebody
I'm not
else
sure
bought it.
what owns it now. I think it is some kind of trust owns it now.
78 acres.
I wouldn't have thought it was that big.
78 acres.
Wow.
His house alone is probably 10 acres.
Yeah.
Well, what's weird is the Zorro Ranch that he owned was never investigated, and it's now owned by I can't remember the guy's name, but he's in the Trump administration.
So which one is the island? Because he owns 2 islands out there, and they were in the Virgin Islands. What a weird name for that, too.
Yeah.
In the Virgin Islands.
It
he
was
owns
Big
2.
and Little St. James. I think he owned both.
Yeah.
of them.
Right.
Yeah, the small one was 78. The big one was 165
And then
acres.
Richard Branson owns Necker Island. The Bidens
Who
own.
he was in there too?
Yeah, he was. I think he was even named in the NXIVM cult sex trafficking stuff. He held those parties there on his island.
Yeah, and that stuff's tied into Epstein too. The Nexus stuff. They were wanting to build a crypto pedophile paradise that they busted up in Trump's first.
So y'all think the gears are turning, but they're turning slowly. How long until you think we'll see something come of this and somebody's going to pay?
By the end of this presidency, I would say, because
Have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Have to be.
if they arrest people now, it generally takes a year or two before you even go to trial, unless
Okay.
you request a speedy trial.
Who are they arresting, though?
Do you know, Jamie?
I don't know of anybody that's been arrested here.
personally, I think they'll take them all at one time.
And I don't really know
So
the
they'll
names of
blow
the
the
people
lid
that's been
off.
arrested around the world. I do know a pilot was picked up in South America yesterday. He was one of Epstein's pilots. And I think in Switzerland, a couple of arrests have happened.
Yeah, they're just working their way up the ladder. As they squeal, who's your boss?
Yeah, but none here though.
Well, because
We don't know that, though. He might be.
They're
You
not
know, like,
the big cog
They
in
might
the
be
fucking
keeping
wheel.
their hand to
that
their
we are.
chest, man. He
I'm
needs
not.
to
I'm
burn.
not. I'm not so far right that I'm like,
No.
you know, if he did something, then he needs to go.
Yeah.
But
Burn 'em.
that means everybody. Like that's how the law is. The line is straight. That's
Right.
why. That's why I'm the way I am about other things.
Well, you
because
know how
some
they are
people
with the
will
law.
exist above and below that line, depending on what your profession is.
Yeah.
You know. So
Yeah, no, I'm down for everybody in there that's guilty to be arrested. I don't care if it takes half, 60, 70, 80% of our government with it. Like,
Well, when the
we
government
need
shuts
that
down-
reset anyway.
but here's the
Yeah,
thing.
when the government shuts down, do y'all notice the difference?
Hell no.
yeah.
Shut it down.
Yeah. There's less chemtrails.
If you fly in an airplane, you
There's-
might notice a difference.
There's less chemtrails,
But
bro.
I don't fly, so I don't care.
I think we can handle it.
But what I don't like is how anybody who hates Trump because he's doing what he's doing, this is their talking point. Release the files. Well, now the files are released. So I
I
don't
think that was his plan. the
I don't
whole
think
time,
there's any
too,
big
dude.
bombshell in there. All they say is, "Oh yeah, his name's in there." Okay, well, Joe Rogan's name was mentioned in there.
Yeah.
Was?
And all it was because somebody invited him and he said, "No, you're crazy." All they care about is getting him. They don't care about what's right and wrong. They just want to get him.
We've heard that a million times.
Yes,
Got
that's
him
the
now.
only thing that annoys me with that.
So let me I'm gonna say something that's gonna kind of probably hurt everybody's head right now. But so we all know how the government is with distracting, right? It's only been a couple years. They started releasing, we think there might be aliens. Okay. We have a lot of congressional hearings about that and people going and testifying to Congress about aliens and ships and unidentified beings. You know, now in the files, it is coming out that, we probably had a lot to do with 9/11. All these conspiracies, chemtrails, everybody thought that was a conspiracy, but Florida's banned it. How does Florida ban something if it's a conspiracy, right?
Right.
So what I want to know is, what if this is the big distraction? Okay? So something, the government, if they're all evil, if they're all satanic and they're all in on this together, right? And what if that's what all this is? And maybe it's not a distraction. Maybe it's that actually happening where everybody finally realizes that why do we almost bow down to these laws and these taxes and these everything the government stipulates for us and tells us what we can and can't do while they're destroying, like killing babies and drinking their blood, right? But they're telling us that I can't smoke weed. They're about to federally ban weed.
You've heard me for years, man, and don't get me wrong. I love the country and all that, but I do not understand why people walk around saying it's nice to be in a free country.
Yeah.
You really think that this is freedom?
Used to be.
Yes, it's better than over there, and it's better than over there, but
Being better doesn't mean though.
this is not freedom, dude. Like, if you literally flash your high beams to warn of a speed trap, they can and will arrest you.
Yeah.
Absolutely will and can. I mean, there's been thousands of videos of
That's
this.
crazy.
Freedom? No. And it's funny, too, because, they name all the streets and then sell all these shirts with the eagle and freedom and liberty. And I'm like,
Brainwash.
y'all don't know what freedom and liberty is. And in fact, they're actually afraid of it. And a prime example is that guy that we had come on the show. All he did was carry his gun into Walmart. Mm-hmm. And everybody, dude, I had people that I know personally that are pro-gun activists that were mad about him doing that. Mm-hmm. I would have had to shoot that guy. For what?
Me and you used to do that.
Dude, this dude took an AK.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Military vest, mags on
Right.
here,
It's
a bulletproof
Yeah.
vest,
Yeah.
everything.
Fisher, I kill
but-
you worse with my 40 handgun.
But let me ask you, though, like, that's not the guy you need to be worried about.
No.
You'd feel safe with that guy.
Yeah. If he meant problems, you would have known the problems before you even seen the gun.
Right.
We're in a weird time. I don't know what's going to come out of these Epstein files, but if some heads roll, so be it. Got to be straight across
I
the
don't
board.
care. Yeah, and I don't care whose head it is. If they're going to do something, they need to do it before the midterms because of this muddy water.
Yeah.
It's very possible that they'll overtake the House again.
Well,
We think
I'll
it
put it
can't
to you
happen,
like
but then
this:
it
if they
does
don't
happen.
start arresting people, I will not vote in any more
done.
elections.
I'm
Not
done.
the midterms. Not they can have it.
I think we should all do the same,
We
honestly.
need to start a new political party is what we need to do. Nick
All right.
Fuentes for president.
So, I don't even know who that is. Is that gay dude?
Really? You don't know who Nick Fuentes is?
Is that gay dude that's pro-right or something?
I think he's gay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
there was
really
some stuff
care.
like
Yeah.
back before he
So
got
you're
real big.
you're
he
a
was
rider
cat boy
now.
I don't care.
I ain't never thought
or some
about that.
shit.
Nah, he's.
I think he's gay. There's some gay dude.
He's really on
His hair's
some
kinda-
things. We can't talk about him on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
I say massive witch hunt. Let's put them all on the stake.
Yeah.
Everybody that's involved. I think the country would greatly benefit from a mass reset. And that's what we need.
Could bring us all back together.
not
I think
just-
so.
Yeah, not just financially. We need a spiritual reset.
Listen, bro, you say that, but I don't have nothing
Yes,
in common
we do.
with these blue-haired people that are crying in the streets. I have nothing in
they're
common.
not.
They're just emotional, man.
They're-
They're just
they're-
Well, I am too.
Brainwashed.
Me too.
Absolutely brainwashed.
Yeah, they've
we're
been
gonna-
indoctrinated and brainwashed. I
Yeah.
mean, I kind of feel bad for them, like,
Yeah.
but I think even some of them people are starting to see, not a lot of them, but I'm seeing a lot of people that were like far left,
a lot of young ones.
kind of swinging back into the middle,
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, I don't know,
Dude,
you
Bill
know?
Barr came out and said, "Where do I go to give QAnon their apology?"
Any final statements there,
The
Jimmy?
greatest show on earth.
We
Yes,
need to watch that.
I'm
I'm going to put a link to that up
going-
there.
I'm
No,
Right
I just
on.
want to see heads roll for this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sick. It's I don't know, dude. I got 2 daughters, and this
Yeah, and then
stuff
think
like
about
this
your
just
kids growing
really
up.
angers me.
Well, let's wait a couple years and we'll see what happens.
Call your congressman, get on their.
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
show some emotion for God's sake.
True.
That this happens.
I appreciate y'all coming out, being on this episode during the Daytona 500, but don't worry. Jeff,
All right,
Take
guys,
me out
thanks
here, man.
for checking out another podcast, Down the Rabbit Hole podcast. All right, look, we went over some pretty serious stuff. We're probably going to revisit this because I think a lot more stuff will come out. Another thing we want to revisit is AI. One of our first episodes, and AI has come a long way since then. So stay tuned. We got a bunch of ideas. If you have an idea for something, put it down in the comment. Make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned. Now we're getting to the bottom of it.